Bloomberg Audio Studios. Podcasts, radio, news.
The Stock Movers Report, your roundup of companies making moves in the stock market, harnessing the power of Bloomberg data.
Let's take a look at some stocks on the move today. I'm Nathan Hager, joined by Bloomberg's Kriti Gupta. Kriti, it seems like all eyes are on Nvidia, but they're still waiting to make their news. What's got your eye this morning? Good morning.
Good morning, Nathan. It's interesting. It's not just Nvidia that's reporting. It's a slew of other tech stocks as well. And yet Nvidia is taking all the limelight, but worth getting a check on all the shares because they're all in the green. It feels like everyone's just expecting positivity across the board. Nvidia shares trading at about $183 higher by 0.7% this morning. So strength going into the earnings after the bell today. A similar story over for CrowdStrike, which we are also expecting earnings to hit. CRWD is your ticker, $421 a share, higher by about 0.8%. And then Salesforce as well, also reporting today. CRM is your ticker, higher by about 1%. So again, lots of tech earnings, all positive. Everyone's either asleep or just in a really good mood today, I think is the takeaway from
Could be one of the
some
two,
of the
absolutely.
maybe even both. The big mover to the upside, though, and the biggest one that's seeing pre-market volume in the green is Eli Lilly. And this one's really interesting because this is day 2 of that exposure. Nathan, I was here 24 hours ago, and we were talking about Eli Lilly's obesity pill.
Yes.
Meeting a really strong metric and investors really loving that number. The party continues. It had a great session yesterday and it's having another positive session in the pre-market today. LLY is your ticker, trading at $747 a share, higher by about 1.5%. So again, plenty of green on the screen there as well, which brings us to the downside. And this is always, I think, my personal favorite, I have to say.
You just love to play sad trombone, don't you? I'm
Doomsday Debbie, I think is the way to say it. PayPal is your biggest volume mover to the downside, down about 2.7% this morning. PYPL is your ticker, trading at about $68.30. We're still waiting on some clarity on what this actually looks like, but it looks like there's some reporting from some German newspapers that German banks are blocking PayPal payments. I should mention that Bloomberg has not confirmed this, but there are other reports going around that this is happening. It's enough to move the stock to the tune about almost 3% now as we're speaking. So that's going to be one to keep an eye on at the open. PYPL is your ticker there. A couple of others that I want to highlight for our global audience is United Health. This is the stock that kind of tumbled in the last 30 minutes of trading yesterday. UNH is your ticker, trading just shy of $300 a share, down about 0.7%. That their ongoing criminal probe is broader than Medicare. That is at least the take coming out of the DOJ. That has not proven good news for the stock yesterday in the after-hour session or even the last 30 minutes of trading. And that weakness continues this morning, down about 0.7%, $298 a share and change. UNH is your ticker and a major Dow component as well. Nathan, I'm going to end with Newmont Gold. We'd love to talk about this one when it comes to the macro story. That's not what's driving the stock today, though. NEM is your ticker, trading about $72 a share, down about 0.6%, which isn't a massive move. But here's the news here. It looks like they are planning job cuts and a pretty big cost drive when it comes to the world's largest gold miner. They're still in the studying phase. They don't have actually any announced plans, but one of them includes those deep job cuts following its $15 billion acquisition of Newcrest Mining. It's a little bit of restructuring that it doesn't feel like the market is loving this morning.
The Stock Movers Report from Bloomberg Radio. Check back with us throughout the day for the latest roundup of companies making news on Wall Street. And for the latest market-moving headlines, listen to Bloomberg Radio live. Catch us on YouTube, Bloomberg.com, and on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with the Bloomberg Business app.